What's happening, people? Yeah, we are live, and we just done finishing against Tottenham. Jesus Christ! What a game! What a game! Um, yeah, Chiggy's gonna be joining us very soon once it's done from Lee's channel. He's on Lee Gunner's channel right now. Should be done from there very soon. Um, yeah, thank you for rolling in with us on player rating. Salute to everybody that's in the chat room right now. Big up to you lot. Big win. How are you lot feeling? Diego, salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. Footy chats, man. Big up to you, Jonathan. Yeah, man. I see you lot, man. I see you lot. Chig already said he's gonna be here in a couple minutes. He's gonna be joining us. What a win. How are you lot feeling, man? I'm gassed. I can't lie. I'd never want to put down a win against Tottenham. I'm telling you, man, like this is a good win for us, considering where we was when you look back at the international break. Big up to you, Marble Halls, big up my brother. Yeah, man. Considering how where we was going into the international break, and where we are now, um a couple fixtures has been very, very fortunate. We've been lucky to get a couple fixtures like Norwich and Burnley to try and get that win up. The cup games we've had as well against Wimbledon. They've all been like little momentum that you really need to go in a game like this. And that's how I'm looking at it. And look, there's there's no way whichever way you slice it, Arteta, we all know at this point, we all know that he's not the man for the job. But at the same time, we've got to try and enjoy the wins that we get this season, because if we try and hang out on the fact that, look, just because we don't want Arteta here, uh I don't want the team to do well. That's not how. Cause I pay good money to go and watch the team in the stadium, so it's not about not wanting the team to win. Even though the message still is Arteta still got to go, but on today's performance, I like what I saw. I like what I saw. The team was at it right from the first half. They ran out of juice towards the second half towards the end of the second half, and how Arteta didn't make early subs is beyond me, because our players started dropping like flies with cramps and stuff. Um, the injury on Shaka, I don't know how to take that, but look, everybody, I didn't pick him to be in the starting 11 today, but everybody that I know that didn't pick Shaka was saying, listen, Arteta was still gonna pick Shaka. So when he picked Shaka, it didn't come as a surprise. Which one of you guys felt surprised when you saw when you saw Shaka being picked on, in the starting 11? So I wasn't surprised, and I'm sure uh, a lot of you guys weren't surprised. So uh, he did a good enough job. He did a good enough job, just keeping things ticking over and balanced in the middle. But Partey, for me, he was just, yeah, he busted in the midfield. Alpha Partey was excellent. And so was Odegaard. Let me come to some of your chats in the chat room. Big up everybody. Please hit the like button as you're coming in. Marble Hall said, "Yeah, we slapped them man down." Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe button. Marble Halls, North London only white in winter. Fuck Spurs. Well, I like that. I like that. I like that. But then you know what we do in winter, man. You know what I mean? Santa Claus settings, man. We just go around giving 3 points and jump starting certain team season. But I like where we are at the moment. Uh, it's a bit disappointed. I mean, it's a bit disappointing that big up Omar. Salute to you, my brother. Um, it's a bit disappointing that we considered that goal, and the phase of play that we considered the goal in as well. Because Shaka was down, and I see Lucas Moura still pinning him down, still holding him down there, and then got up as they carried on playing because he was going to claim foul as well. Um, but all in all, good game, and yeah, means more look. Yeah, that's what a Shaka injury could mean. A bit more showing of Lokonga. I really like that lad. I think he's got a really bright future ahead of him. Um, Lokonga is a future star. You just got to look at how he plays football. His football IQ is just it's ridiculous. Uh, Mabuho says Shaka isn't as bad as fans make out, but he will have some contract clause to play every game. Who knows? Big up, Chig. Salute to you, brother.
Big up to you, Ola. Thank you for holding the fort. I hope you
Yeah,
guys are
man.
all well. And
So how you feeling about the game, man? How you feeling, bro? I can't lie. I'm not even gonna hide it or try and. I'm gassed about this win, brother.
what was your feeling going into the game?
Um, I thought we had a chance just based on how Spurs has been playing, because when you look at the last few games they've been in, even like that, even in the cup game, they to me they didn't look like they in gear yet, you know, and Harry Kane today for me showed a different level of checking out because that chance he had, uh, a Harry Kane that wants to play for Tottenham would bury that with his eyes closed, you know. So I just thought we had a chance. I didn't think it was gonna be no 3-0, 50 minutes playing into it or nothing like that. I was thinking maybe a 1-0, maybe scrape it 2-1. But I thought there was a chance to win the game. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy we pulled the win off against these guys, man. Especially like I said earlier on, just before you came in, where we was at the international break, um, to where we are now. And look, it's not because the manager has dropped a masterpiece. Let's not go there. But we've been very, very lucky, and we've been helped with fixtures. Fixtures has given us the momentum that we needed to get to this game and gain the victory that the victory that we got today. So on the whole, you can't complain about a 3-1 victory against Tottenham at home, like especially not with the start of the season that we had. Anyways, this is one that I'm gonna savor for a minute. It's not a cup final or anything, but yeah, I'm gonna savor this one for sure. How about you? What's your thoughts and feelings on that?
Um, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is a sensible way to look at it. You know, I was pretty confident going into the. I actually predicted 3-1. Um, and I predicted that based on the fact that we have a good record against Spurs. I just felt like actually we were the inform team coming into this, which we're not normally. Normally we're the out of form team coming into this fixture. So um, I just felt like provided we stay focused, there's no way we should lose this game. And we were basically playing on fire. The first half it was all us. We completely controlled it. Um, and actually, what was telling, I even said this to Lee. I've never seen Harry Kane's gel before. Like there wasn't a strand out of place, and that was because we just shut his whole team down. It was a remarkable thing. Um, and I think that in itself just showed you that you have a player who's very unhappy and can't wait to leave, versus players who, at least today, were prepared to fight.
Mm,
And I just want to see that team prepared to fight a little more often.
Yeah, look, we came in the game with our tails up, and the way we approached the game, there was intent. There was intent about it, and we came to get the 3 points. Look, this is something that our fans needed. Especially playing at home, and we've got a good record against this team at home. We've got a good record against Tottenham at home. I think the last time they beat us in the league in Premier League was 2010 or something like that. So it's not like the record is shabby at home. When we go to their ground, it's a whole different story. Um, but there are more things, more key points in this game. I wanted to talk about the penalty shout out against Ben White. Chig, if you're still there. Um, what did you think that was a penalty? Was that a penalty for you? Did Kane just get there before Ben White got there?
Um, I think it's one of those ones where if it works against you, you're complaining about that all day long. All
Mm.
day long. When I initially saw it, I thought it was soft, and then going back on it, actually it probably was. To be honest. Um, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty
Because a bit
when
of
I
a lunch,
watched it
wasn't it?
back like the third time. I thought Kane got to it before Ben White did, and Ben White he does a lot of good things on the pitch. I'm not even going to try and kill him today. He does a lot of good things on the pitch, but there are some penalty tendencies about that guy. He's either playing hospital passes. Like, please do it outside the box. Whatever you're doing, do it outside the box. You know. But it's not. None of it's cost us yet. It's not like the David Luiz. Like, as soon as he came in, he's clattering into people. He's getting red cards. He's giving penalties away. Ben White's not there yet, but it shows those type of tendencies. And I know people are saying in the chat it would have been soft. And as much as you can be as soft as you want, but if you're losing and you needed to get back in the game, you you those are penalties that you want. You've got you gotta be contesting those. So for me, I thought Ben White got away with another one today. He gave a hospital pass to Ramsdale the last time that he got away with again. So I'm seeing those little tendencies in him. Look, it's still early. It's still early. It might just be nerves and stuff that's getting to him. But hopefully, it's something that he needs to be shaking off. And another key point that I wanted to bring up and key performance was from Ramsdale. Ramsdale, how did you see his game?
Yeah, I think much like everyone else, um, I think you know what? Give me 30 seconds. You just give your opinion on Ramsdale. I'm gonna come back.
All right. Yeah, Ramsdale right now. Big up, Unique. Salute to you, brother. Big up to you, man. Um, yeah, Ramsdale. I'm like every game I'm seeing him. I'm liking him. I like the way he's controlling stuff. Like when he made that save and he got angry. Like, I'm liking everything that I see from him. The passion, and I'm thinking maybe I was wrong about him, or maybe I was too hasty and just judging him on his performances. When it was at Sheffield, and not really look at him as a goalkeeper. On the whole, um, I could be guilty of that. Um, but what he does show me is there are things that he definitely does better than Leno, and you can't deny that. The way he claims crosses in the air, I feel more confident. I feel more confident watching him come to collect the ball in the air. Um, Jonathan said could have done better for the goal, but solid overall. Yeah, he got a hand to it as well, but the power from the shot from Son, the power was too
Yeah.
much.
I
Um,
think. I mean, I think that's harsh in itself to say he should have done better for the goal. He also made a really good save. Also,
right at the end,
yeah, well, it was
what a save! Best save I've seen this season so far, and I've seen some really good saves.
uh,
I do goalkeeper watching. I watch goalkeepers all the time, and uh, uh, for me, best reaction save I've seen so far this season.
he
What a
seems
save!
like
And
quite
that
an
was going in.
he seems like quite an eccentric goalkeeper, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with. The last time we had an eccentric goalkeeper was Jens Lehmann,
Mm.
um, and he was certainly someone that I wouldn't mind having as a goalkeeper right now. Um, I think he dominates his area better than Leno. Maybe, arguably, Leno might be a better shot stopper, but actually, from the shots I've seen Ramsdale save so far, you know, there isn't necessarily enough evidence to say that confidently.
Absolutely.
Um, so I think all in all, I think we all should eat a bit of humble pie so far
Yeah.
on Ramsdale because actually my whole dispute was, I just there was it was just this idea of spending 24 million on what I saw was an average goalkeeper from Sheffield United. Um, and then maybe what we've signed is not necessarily an average keeper, but more of a character behind the posts who's constantly communicating with his defence, who's making the save when they need to make the save, and it's less of a how does Lee describe it as a you know a newspaper type goalkeeper, a photography goalkeeper. You know, he's not necessarily one that's gonna be a Superman for you all the time, but it's going to be more of a kind of a character between the posts. Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe that's what actually we missed with Martinez because I always said that with Martinez. Martinez, I always thought was like that. I didn't necessarily see Martinez being this, you know, artist between the posts, but it was more his guidance and his experience between the posts that I thought would be useful. And maybe that's what we've signed. And if that's the case, then it's going to be 24 million very well spent.
Yeah, man, I agree. I agree with you. I mean, he looks better and better every time he's playing. Every time he's playing, you could see the way he's commanding, the back line, commanding the box, the way he's picking up crosses in the air, his reflex saves. He's doing a lot of things that's endearing him to me. And he hasn't even featured in a lot of games so far, but from what I've seen, he's definitely turning me around. And there's some other wicked performances from people like Tomiyasu, Partey, ESR, Saka, of course, and Oba. So let's get into the player rating, brother. We're 20 minutes in. Salute to everybody that's joining us. Big up to you lot. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. Try
Get
and get
get
a
started
number.
on it for me. Get started on it for me. I just need a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go Ramsdale. Start with Ramsdale. You guys put um your player ratings as well in the chat. I'll put them up on the screen. I'm gonna go out straight nine for Ramsdale. Yeah, I agree with you, Omar. I think Ramsdale just gets better every time I'm seeing him, and I don't want to get carried away with him. You know, I don't want to get carried away. I am mighty says 7.5 there. Ramsdale for 10. Um, We'll go Ramsdale 10. Yeah. Macro Nicole. Uh Ramsdale 10. So yeah. I like what we saw from him today. But I don't want to get carried away from I don't want to get carried away with him yet. Tommy Yasu, I'm gonna go Tommy. I'm gonna give Tommy an 8. I thought Tommy was fantastic today. Um great, great defending. He's a defender first, and I like that about him. From what I've seen, defender first. So Tomiyasu gets an 8. Uh, Omar's giving Tommy a 9 here. Marble Halls. Um, Omar says is excellent here. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask more from Tommy, from what he put forward today. You couldn't ask for more. Ben White. Ben White, where do I go with this guy? I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7 on Ben White. I thought Ben White was good. Like I said, he just got that little penalty tendencies. It's not been caught out yet, but a lot of what he did was good distribution, getting the ball out. Um,
I
really,
agree
really good.
amongst so far. Um, Ramsdale 9. I think it's been excellent, absolutely excellent. Tommy an 8. Again, he just showed that we picked properly when it
Mm,
came to that right back situation. Um, and Ben White, I'd go a 7. Yeah, I'd go 7.
okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it as well. I'm giving him a 7. Let's move on. Let's move gears on to Gabriel. Gabriel Magalesh. Um, I'm gonna give him an 8. I
Agreed.
think Gabriel was solid today. Um,
Agreed.
did everything right. Commanded. He just kept people in their pocket for good period of time. But yeah, Gabriel 8 for me today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gabriel, I thought played very well. Particularly in the second half, actually, when we were under a little bit more pressure. Um, I think he stepped forward pretty well, and was a large part of the reason why we didn't see, gelled up Harry Kane
Mm,
today. So yeah, I think you've got to give him credit. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
okay. Um, KT.
Um, I'm going to say a 7, but it's a different type of 7 to Ben White's. I
Mm,
think Ben White's was more of a kind of uh, a decent performance, in spite of the fact that you're still worried. Whereas I think KT was more of a much better performance than recently sort of performance. So I'd give it a 7. I thought he was solid, particularly first half. I thought he was really good, and then kind of got a bit backed up towards the second half. So I
mm,
noticed him a bit less. But yeah, I'll give him a 7.
yeah. I'll go along with that score. Kieran Tierney gets a 7 from me. Um, it was good, bombing up the wing. He did the things he needed to do. Um, but it's the energy levels. I don't think the energy level, especially because he's a high intensity player. So to have the energy levels to play the way he plays for 90 minutes is always going to be difficult. The energy levels dropped, but he's a top player, in it. Top player, especially in these sort of fixtures. You need a man like him, a general like him, that just wants to, take it to the opposition. And I love that about KT. But it gets a 7 from me today. Shaka.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him an 8. I actually thought he was pretty good today. Um, One of his more rare, good performances. Um, Put broke through the lines pretty well. Was very strong when he needed to be. Um, And to be truthful, even though I know that Lee was complaining about him most of our watch along, I didn't really see him do much wrong. And I'm on Xhaka like that, but I didn't see him do much wrong. So I
Mm.
have to just be real and just say I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna go seven. I was dithering between 6 and 7, but I'll go 7. Um, I thought he did some good things today. Look, I didn't want him picked today, and I'm sure you didn't neither. Neither did all of you in the chat room. Everybody that I saw in my DMs on my timeline, in WhatsApp groups, none of them wanted to pick Shaka today. They
It's
were
just,
all
it's
saying,
just, it's the message it sends him. He's never really had that kind of disciplinarian to
mm,
say, you know what, you got yourself sent off, and you're not learning your lesson here. So this is the punishment. You know, and I don't understand it because he's had. It's not like he has the same type of managers, but he
mm.
has these managers that just find them so undroppable that they play him regardless. It makes no sense to me, but hey, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Look, Shaka gets a 7 from me. I'm gonna give him a 7. I thought it was solid for most of the game. Um, that injury didn't look good though, so uh, I'm gonna wish him a speedy recovery. I know
Hmm.
people want him to be like 600 years out, but he's still a human being, and yeah, wishing him speedy recovery on here. Okay, Partey. I'm gonna go 8. Alpha Partey was excellent. He even got a shot on target today. Like, I thought, which party is this? Where's this party come from? This brother even got a shot on target. You know what I mean? Usually he's trying to kill somebody in the stands, but he got a shot on target. How do you feel? How do you feel about Partey's performance?
I get part in a 9. I thought it was one of the main reasons that Xhaka got an 8 for me today. I thought performed perfectly. Considering that he basically plays that midfield by himself when he plays with Xhaka. Um, I think he was brilliant today. Like you say, got himself a shot on target, played a perfect supporting role. Um, yeah, 9 out of 10. I thought it was excellent, excellent today.
Mm.
Controlled the midfield, like Jonathan said.
Okay, ESR. Um, Emil Smith Rowe, kid from academy, Hale Hand, like doing things like this in the North London Derby at home in front of the fans. It don't get much better than this, does it? You know, Chig?
Oh, is that a question to me?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I thought another one who was excellent today. And this is my man of the match. And I thought he was 10 out of 10. I thought absolutely controlled things in that first half. Second half, I had to have a little bit more of a dogged performance. Um, but again, I thought did really, really well. And yeah, I'll give him a 10 out of 10. I thought it was excellent.
yeah, man. I agree with you. He's my man of the match as well. It was absolutely fantastic. The way he carries the ball into the opposition half is, I mean, he goes long distance with it. It's like running a marathon and no one can catch him. But the way he goes about his business and get things done, you can't you can't you can't knock it at such a young age to be doing the things that he's doing. He went out on loan, came back, and since then he just picked up the role, the position, and he knows how much this means to the fans. And this is what I was saying about the whole Jack Wilshere coming back to play for Arsenal and that, and he's going to teach this lot what it means. Like, we got players that knows what it means in the team. Like, these kids knows what it means. Saka and them, they know what it means. You know, it's just a new generation that's bringing it up now. You get me? So I like what I'm seeing. I'm so happy that he put in a performance that he did today, man. Big up to Emil Smith Rowe. Fantastic performance from me. My man of the match as well. Let's switch gears to Saka. What are you thinking about Saka?
8 out of 10.
8
It
out of
was
10.
really good in the first half. Tired a little bit in the second half. Then picked up a bit of a knock. Um, so yeah, I would say 8 out of 10.
Okay, Saka gets a 9 from me. A goal and an assist as well. He set up Smith Rowe. And got one for himself, especially from Kane's mistake. Like, I've never seen Kane get that polished from one end and then to the other end in the box, and Saka still nicked it from him and put it in the back of the net. Like that for me, that's gangster, you know. I gotta give Saka a 9 for that. I thought it was fantastic, and to do that to Harry Kane pleased me even more. The way he took that goal there. So yeah, big night for Saka in that game. Odegaard.
Mm, Odegaard, I'll give it 8 too. I thought that he a lot of the good things that were happening in the first half was because of his off the ball running, um, which I often think doesn't often gets overlooked. So yeah, I'd give that credit to Odegaard, and I'll give him an 8 out of 10 as a result.
Yeah, I'd go along with that score. I thought Odegaard did some good things. 8 out of 10. It's a reasonable score for what he put in. So I agree with you. Aubameyang.
Aubameyang got himself a goal, looked lively. Usually does when he finally scores. um, I'll give him a 7 though. I thought it was good. I thought it was all right.
Okay. For the goal, I gotta give Oba 8, and because he was involved in the build up as well, and didn't just stop on his laurels. He got on his bike and just chased down Smith Rowe and to come back in and get the goal like that. I think deserves an 8. He's been struggling, but when he needed to produce in the North London Derby, where we really need him, where we need bragging rights, he came through because we needed to score more than 2 goals or 2 or more goals to go above Spurs, and that's what the team set out to do today, and they definitely delivered on that. So I'm gonna give Aubameyang an 8
Okay.
uh, for that reason. Um, Subs, Sambi, AMN, and Nuno Tavares. Smith, Maitland Niles, and Nuno Tavares.
I'm giving them all fours today.
Okay.
Not that they did anything wrong, just not enough
Yeah, they
time
didn't
for them
have
to do
much to
that.
do because of how late Arteta made the how late Arteta made the substitutions. The substitution they were just way too late. Our players were dropping like flies with cramps. It was crazy. So yeah, I'll go with a 4. I for 4 for all of them. Is about right. Not no fault on them. It's just the time that they came on the pitch. They didn't really affect anything. If anything, just to see out the game. So Arteta
Um, you have to give it to him. It was probably
on today's
nine,
game.
nine, 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 out- 9 out of 10 today. We won 3-1 against our North London rivals. Can't knock it. Can't knock it. Um, just because I give him that mark doesn't suddenly mean I want him in.
No, no,
Uh,
no. It's on the merits of this game. You know.
so yeah, 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Um, I have to agree with you on that. Um, they probably would have got 10 out of 10 if the substitution went as late, as it brought them on. I thought they should have come off. They should have come on a little bit
Do you
earlier.
know what? 8 out of 10 for that. Yeah. No, because
You
it's
know what I
true.
mean? Yeah.
They scored, and then suddenly we started having players like cramping up. That could have gone really badly
It
wrong.
could have gone really badly here. It could have gone badly. So yeah, let's agree on 8. Just for that bit alone. But I thought the game plan going into today's game was spot on by Arteta, and that doesn't make us Arteta in. We're just giving it on the merit of individual game, as we do every time on here on the player ratings. Yeah, that concludes our business on here. Anything else you want to add, Chick, before we dip out?
No, just yeah, nothing else really to add. Just um, I guess I hope everybody's happy. You know, it's never a bad time to be Spurs. Onwards to the next one, which is Brighton, who have a chance themselves to go top of the league. So
That's crazy, man. That's
that
just
will not
wild.
be easy.
Well,
But let's see what happens. So onwards and upwards. Let's go.
and as I always say, until the next video, hasta la vista, salute.